you can't write someone off because they're stuck in a hole.
She's a soldier on the front lines of the overdose epidemic, teaching people how to revive someone after an OD. But she couldn't have imagined whose life she'd end up saving. Carrie Ross is one of many fighters who helped reduce fatal overdoses in Kent County last year. New numbers obtained by Target 8, they show OD deaths dropped by 42 in Kent County alone from 2017 to 2018. All new at 7, Target 8 investigator Susan Samples reports health leaders note even with the decrease, overdose deaths are still trending upward.
I'm going to introduce you to Preston here. He is currently experiencing an opiate overdose.
Carrie Ross saves lives by training West Michigan groups how to use naloxone, the OD reversal drug.
They can't get better if they die. People do get better.
The 34-year-old from Greenville is proof.
Our kit is right here.
This is Carrie Ross today. This was her in 2012, in the news then for drug possession.
You can't help but think about the ones that you left and that don't make it. Because they're people too.
Ross now works for the Red Project in Grand Rapids, distributor of more than 10,000 free naloxone kits in the last decade, efforts that no doubt played a role in 2018's drop in overdose deaths. There were 114 in Kent County, down from 2017's historic high of 156. Health leaders believe 17's spike was a fluke, that last year's stat is more in line with the last decade's steady and continuing climb.
That's still a huge number of people dying in our community. It's still the leading cause of accidental death in our community.
It's a statistic Carrie Ross nearly joined herself. She was already in recovery, a Red Project volunteer, when she trained some old buddies on how to use naloxone.
I had taken it up to Belding at the time and trained them in how to use it and left them there with them. And then 6 months or so, I relapsed and it was with them. And so I was at that house and I used and I overdosed.
The training Ross had given her old friends, hoping it would one day save their lives, saved hers instead.
And they're like, you know, we gave you it when we hit you Narcan when your lips turned blue. And, you know, and I looked around and I just was like, this is not my life. And I got up and walked out.
Today, Ross is 3 years clean from heroin.
I was a hopeless case. And, you know, what, now all of a sudden I'm not? You know, I'm the same person I was back then. You know, so you can't write someone off because they're stuck in a hole. You know, kicking dope is like the hardest thing I've ever done in my life.
But she's doing it every day.
We're gonna start with 2 quick breaths.
In Grand Rapids, Susan Samples, 24-Hour News 8.